morning, everybody, coast to coast in the USA, Canada, throughout the world. I'm Bill the Geek, and welcome. Uh, I'm Bill the Geek, broadcasting live from Morelia, Mexico. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel, and we make videos about the joys of living in Mexico. Happy to see you all here this morning. We have a lot of clips to share with you. If you're new with us, ask any questions you would like about Mexico. I was on the road again this week. On the serious side, Mexico is so fabulous. I go to new places like every other week, and it always amazes me at all the fabulous things that I see. It's crazy. Mexico's a crazy place. I don't believe how crazy wonderful it is. But come on down. We got Elizabeth Anderson in the house. Hello, Elizabeth. Hello, Tanya in Seattle. Have a Pacifica this afternoon on me. We have Stephen in Canada here, and we got the one, the only Char Williams in the house. We got Nancy Trevino in the house. Hola, buenos dias, Memo. Memo is my name in Spanish. Y todos mis amigos. Had some technical difficulties this morning. So I hope everything goes well. My Big Mac, that's my big 17-inch Mac, was acting a little funny, so I'm still on it. So if the sound's funny or if the video is blurry, please leave a note in the comment chat. Also, if you think, oh, look who's here. We got V in the house. Ola V, great to see you here. Are you in Canada? Are you in, where are you? We got Katrina, the maker, showing up in the house. Johnny Williams in the house. Good morning, my brother. Peace and blessing. I try to celebrate peace and blessing like every day. Woo! I tell you what, man, this last few weeks has been rough and woolly. I'm telling you, man, a whole bunch of stuff is going on down here. Stuff's going on all over the world. Put up a couple of videos this week, and they did okay. I have some clips on a fabulous town that I bet you haven't heard of. It was beautiful. I mean, I choose these places to visit and make videos about, and I'm going to say 99.9% of the time I'm totally astonished with the beauty and the friendliness of people. Mexico has been a really good choice for me. So if you're adventurous and if you want to change your life, if your mind is in the right place, it's for me, Mexico has just been wonderful. If you're coming down with your spouse or your boyfriend or your girlfriend, if you're coming down alone, if you're starting an online career, it's a great place to be because you can make a lot of money online, and your money goes so much further here. If you're on a pension or on Social Security, and you can meet the solvency requirements to live down here, it's your dollar goes so much further. You can rent a property, you can buy a property, and depending on where your head is at, if you have a positive attitude, you can come down here and have a lot of fun. We got Liston Henry in the house. Liston, I was talking about you earlier this morning. Richard, I guess you and Richard and Rosie are going to a festival at the zoo or something like that. And he says, "Oh yeah, Liston, are you going to go?" I said, "No, man, I'll be going live, but Liston, always great to see you." In the house, Dave is in the house. I was thinking about Dave this morning. I'm going to tell you why in a minute. We got my fellow Buckeye in Columbus, Ohio, and the one, the only Brian Pretty Boy Maiden is in the house this morning. I'm just glad that I'm able to broadcast right now. Yeah, you guys don't know, man. I had some technical stuff going on here, but hopefully both the computers are running well. Now, the reason it's getting to the rainy season down here. And Dave, my neighbor here in Morelia, I mean, Dave can tell you that this week we had some thunderstorms, and the thunderstorms were rocking and rolling, thunder, lightning, lots of rain. But the good thing about down here is in Ohio or in New Hampshire, where I lived for 4 years. In New Hampshire, it might rain for 2 weeks at a time. I bet it's like that in Seattle too. And you don't see the sunshine for 2 weeks. But here, it might get rough and woolly and rain for about an hour or two. Then it stops. Then the sun comes out. But to start the broadcast, I would like to share with you something beautiful that I saw this week. And many weeks I share with you guys the view. Like right now, as I'm doing this broadcast, I look out the window. This is what I see, which works for me. It's and this is the way the sky kind of looks now. It's a little overcast, but it's still sunny out. But it was raining, thunder, lightning, boom, boom, boom. It was about 6:15 in the evening. And then I looked out of the corner of my eye and I saw this bright light coming through the window. The whole room turned orange. I said, "What the heck is that?" And this is what it was. Here we go. This is what it was. This is what I saw. Oh, let me turn that off. If you look very carefully on the right side of the screen, as soon as I click this play button, you're going to see a little lightning blurb. Here we go. There we go. Poof, poof. There you go. And so this is the sun is going down. The sun is going down, and my camera does not give this sundown credit. How can you not enjoy a sight like this? I think this was like Wednesday or Thursday, Dave. Just beautiful. I love living in Morelia. I've loved all my 20 years here in Mexico. And on another tip, again, if you think you are subscribed, check your little YouTube window and see if your subscribe button is turned on, because many times YouTube will unsubscribe you and you don't even know it. I don't even know it. But YouTube goes through and they unsubscribe people. But fortunately, this week, something very special happened this week. And what could be so special as this? The Bill Dallas Lewis channel on May 16th hit 14,000 subscribers. There you go. Been at it 4.5 years now. 14,000 family members enjoying the joys of living in Mexico. Took 4.5 years. No, it's not a million. It's not 5 million. It's not a billion. But I'm happy to have 14,000 friends that I can share information with throughout the week, every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time. Got a lot of clips this week. I got a lot to talk about. I'll probably go at it for I might go 3 or 4 hours today. I know some of you all only have like a half an hour and a half, but I'm just going to keep on showing the clips. Here we go. We got Lenora Wilson in the house. Good morning, Lenora. Renee, Ola, Bill, and everyone. When you're traveling through Mexico, do the authorities mainly check buses for documents, or do they also stop private cars? Okay, that's a very good question. That's an excellent question. Let me think about this. I just want to think about this. Okay. First of all, let's talk about private cars. When I was first, the first time I drove to Mexico, I drove from Washington, D.C. to Puerto Vallarta. I got stopped in Mexico 2 times by the federales. The second time they stopped me, they went through everything. When they got done with my car, it looked like a tossed salad. Yeah. But since then, I've driven around Mexico a lot, and I haven't been, I've been stopped a lot of times. Now, on the buses, okay, let me say this. I've been on the bus a lot more than I used to be. And I mean, like, just since January, I've been on the bus. Since I moved to Morelia over the last year, I've been in Morelia almost a year now. And because I'm in the middle of Mexico, I can go so many more places. I'm on the bus several times a month. Okay, so since I've been in Morelia, I have not been on one bus that has been stopped. But when I lived in Mazatlan, Puerto Vallarta, when I was on the bus, it seems like 33% of the time. 33% of the time. I don't know what kind of police they were. They would stop the bus. Everybody has to get off of the bus. They search your backpacks, your purses. Sometimes they go through luggage. So that has happened a lot. And that's why, generally speaking, when I'm on the road, generally speaking, day to day, walking around Morelia, going to the grocery store, just walking around, I never carry my permanent visa or my passport. I just don't do it. It's just easy to lose. Also, I never carry around my credit cards with me. I always keep those at home. The only time I take my credit cards with me is if I'm going to go somewhere and make a major purchase, like I'm going to buy a laptop, maybe a couch, a refrigerator, something like that. But I always use cash everywhere I go. I don't, but whenever I go, or whenever I'm traveling, like on the bus, if I'm going to be gone 3 or 4 days, I always carry my passport and my permanent visa with me, just in case the federales pull the bus over and I have to give up, get searched. So it does happen. If you're on a bus, be prepared to show identification. I've heard of instances where people without a visa or a passport have been thrown off of the bus out in the middle of nowhere. So there you go. I hope that helps. Somebody just click the donate button. Who is this? Somebody just donated $10, and Tanya Drummond. Thank you so much, Tanya, for donating $10.62 to the channel. That's how I pay my rent. Thank you so much. This is what I do for a living, and I'll be when I'm getting ready to die. I'll have a video camera in my hand. I think that's how I'm going to die. Let's go back to messages over here now. Okay, here we go. David, that view is looking towards my house. There you go. Also, as you can see, I don't have a hoodie on today. The weather is getting warmer. So now, and you guys saw me in December and January. I was broadcasting. I had like 2 hoodies on, 3 pairs of socks, 2 pairs of sweatpants. Now I'm down to a shirt. Woo! Life is good down here in Mexico. No humidity. On Wednesday, we broke a 67-year record for heat. Woo! This morning, the temp is 1, feeling like -6 and supposed to snow today. Brian, pretty boy, maiden time for you to pack up your stuff and come on down to live with your best friend in Ajijic. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Katrina, the maker. Axel Foley in the house. Happy to see you. I had a question for you. Maybe I'll think of it soon. Tooth Fairy. Hola, buenos dias, mi familia. Tooth Fairy. We have a new person that moved here to Morelia. His name is Richard. He just showed up in Morelia this week. So he has my phone number. He called me yesterday, and he left a voice message on WhatsApp for me. He says, hey, and he just rented a fabulous place. He's only been in town a week. He has 2 dogs. I think he's about my age, black guy. And I don't know why, but he said, Bill, can you give me Tooth Fairy's contact information? Because I just bought all this stuff from Walmart and I don't know where to put it. And I need somebody to help to organize this new place that I live in. And I was kind of hesitant. I was thinking, no, I can't do that. So if you want to meet this guy, go over to his crib. I think he's okay. Just say yes. His name is Richard. And if you give it okay, I will give him your contact information. But Tooth Fairy, great to see you in the house. We got my girlfriends in the house. Saludos from Dallas, Texas. I have my appointment with the Mexican consulate next Tuesday. Oh, good luck to you. Everything will go just fine. I was watching a YouTube video, I think this week, and somebody was giving tips on what to tell the consulate when you go to visit them. And the big tip that this person gave was never give them any information that they don't ask for. So just answer the questions and keep your mouth shut. There you go. Yeah. Bill, are you still driving? No. I got rid of my car about 1.5 years ago, and I am very happy not to have a car. Unless you live in a rural area, like on a farm. For 2 months, I lived in El Arenal, which is in between Tequila and Guadalajara, out in the middle of nowhere. Fabulous house. But it took me like 20 minutes to drive into town just to get some milk and some bread. I didn't like that. I had to have a car. But in most of these pueblos, towns, cities that I make videos about, I don't see any reason to have a car. I had a dream last night about having a car. And for some reason in this dream, I was going through all the cost. You got to replace your oil, belts, transmission fluid. In this dream, my brakes weren't working. I needed to replace my brake fluid in the dream. Tires, insurance. No, man. Yeah, I went to the grocery store yesterday, walked there. I got there in 15 minutes, took a taxi back, cost me $2. I'm good with not driving. Angela Morris, buenas steals, mijo. It is good to be here one more time, girl. It's always great when you are here. And we got Lisa. These are my girlfriend sent me $5, and $5. That's like $1 million in Mexico, and that is greatly appreciated. Let me widen this window a little bit down. Now, there we go, just like that. Okay, now let's move along. Buenos dias. It's good to be here on time. Good to see you. Good luck. People saying good luck, Ray Garcia. All authorities can and do stop and search everyone and anyone. No reason or suspects seated, but mostly they'll harass the locals. Thank you, Ray. Michelle, what's up? What's up, Michelle? Are you going to the festival at 11 o'clock at the zoo with Liston Henry? But great to see you in the house. I do think about you from time to time, wondering if you are okay. You have all my contact information. If you ever need somebody to talk to, or, something, if you ever need something, me to come over and help you move something or whatever, you know how to contact me. I'm always here. And if I'm in town and not on the road, even if I am on the road, I'll get right back to you. Tooth Fairy, thank you so much. And we got La Dulce Vita, one of our international travelers. She was in Asia like 2 weeks ago. Then she was in Italy. Now she's in France. The girl can't say that she can't stay in one spot. Bill and the gang. Yes. Stephen, how can I travel there with my cat? Have you ever met a person who put a cat on a plane? Yes. You just get one of them little animal boxes and lock the little cat up in the little box and you'll be A-okay. But from to my understanding, each airline handles animals a little differently. So contact the airline that you're going to fly with, and they will give you all the details. They all do it, but they all might do it just a little differently. There you go. Now, Brian, Pretty Boy Maiden, since I gave up my driver's license, I have more money in my pocket. Brian Maiden, right on, brother. I hear that. I have no reason to have a car. There's no reason. Plus, not having a car for me makes me healthier because everywhere I go, I walk pretty much. I mean, not pretty much. If I want anything, I got to walk. And okay, so when this broadcast is over, I'm going to walk down this hill and then walk about five blocks to the tienda, and tienda means a little market. Go down there, buy some stuff. Then I'm going to walk back 5 blocks. Then I'm going to walk up this hill and back to my crib. And I do that at least once a day. And that's a short trip. I mean, so, and every time I do that, it's adding to my health. So that's all. I'm going to shut up. I'm going to shut up. No more for now. And look who's here. The buck stops here. Hola, Bill y mis amigos. That means my friends. I will be vacationing in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada during the last week of June and the first week of July. I've never been to Vancouver, but I've heard excellent things about it. I would like to go there. There you go. Best of luck. That was good advice, Bill. Keep it simple and friendly. Oh, you were approved last week, Tanya. You got to break out another 6-pack or a big jumbo can of Pacifico, girl. Yes, good for you. Isn't that the greatest feeling? Yes. Oh, what a feeling. Woo-hoo. Okay, I got clips. I was on the road this week. Let's see, where was I this week? This week, I was in the city of Acambaro. I got a map of it, I think, here. Yep, here we go. Is this it? Okay, yeah. Yeah, so I took the bus, took about 2.5 hours to get there. Acambaro. Population about 100,000 people. And I was very surprised. I mean, I get surprised everywhere I go. And I've got a lot of clips of the place. Everything about this place was wonderful. Okay. But I'm going to jump ahead in the story a little bit because when I was there, I ate some food and got sick. And this was supposed to be like a 4-day trip, but the food that I ate had me up around like 1 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't go back to sleep, and I was supposed to go to another city the next day, and I didn't feel good, and something just said, I'm going to go home. And it ended up that it was my fault. Come on, where is my clip? Here we go. Here's the clip. Now this, I bought this food in Acambaro. I bought this food in Acambaro. I'm going to show you a picture of the food right here. Here you go. Here you go. I'm in the market there in Acambaro, and there it is. I bought 2 of those tortas. Let me turn that off, play it again. You're going to see these little sandwiches right here. There they are right there. The tortas, sandwiches. Those are the ladies selling the tortas, laughing. Yeah, I'm going to play that again. So I asked her, so how much they cost? And she said, 40 pesos. That's $2. I got 2 of them. And the thing was with the tortas, was that they were, and I asked her, well, what's in them? And all this is in Spanish. I said, well, what's in the torta? Well, and she says it has tomato, onion, lettuce, and mayonnaise, and pulled pork. That's that long, deep cooked pork. And in many cities in Mexico, you can get carnitas. Those things are delicious. But the thing is The thing is, the way that they make them is like this. Okay. And that's a pot filled with grease right there. And they put the pork in that grease and boil it for boil the pork in the grease for hours. There you go. And that's the kind of torta that I had. So it was my fault. I can't eat that. I can't. If I eat that, I'm going to get sick. I love bacon. But if I eat bacon, I don't feel good in a couple hours. I love spare ribs. But if I eat spare ribs, the next day I'm going to feel like crap. So I bought 2 of those tortas. I ate one of them. I paid the price. It was my fault. Because I ate food that I thought I might be okay with, but I knew that my system would not work for it. So I'm going to put out a video. I'm going to put out a video this week about what not to eat in Mexico. And after 20 years of living in Mexico, I've only gotten really sick. I'm putting out a video Thursday of this week about eating street food in Mexico and what to look out for. And I'm really hesitant to say I ate at one place in 20 years and got really sick for a week. I mean, the whole thing, you know, when you have to go live in the bathroom for about 3 days, and you don't know which side should be facing the toilet. You know what I mean? Should my butt be on the toilet or should my head be in the toilet? That's only happened in one time in 20 years. And I'm very hesitant to say what kind of food that was, because it would sound kind of nationalist, maybe even racist if I said. But one time, and that was some food I ate in Puerto Vallarta. So I'm going to put out a video on Thursday of this week, what to look out for. When you're buying food in Mexico, here's a tip. Now, I just showed you this video clip. These people, they have this deep cooked pork. I think it's every Friday and Sunday morning. But if you notice, look at the line of people. And every time I go there to buy, I'm not going there to buy anything, but every time I go by there on a Friday or a Sunday, Friday, they do this Fridays and Sundays, but look at the line. Look at that line of people waiting. There you go. Look at the line of people waiting to get that stuff. That's when you buy street food in Mexico, that's what you want to see. You want to see a line. Now, I took this video of them yesterday, Fridays, and this is around 3:30. There's still some people eating there. I'm going to turn that off and turn it on again. Notice here, the pot is empty. They have some food left. These people cook enough food, and when they sell it, it's gone. That's a good thing. People that cook the food and they sell it until it's gone. Here's another good thing. I shot this video yesterday. Now, I don't eat, this is a deep fried pig skin. Deep fried pig skin. I ain't eating it. It's deep fried. I eat that, I'm going to get sick. But look at the line of people waiting for this. That's what you want to see. That's what you want to see. People in line. That means that the people are buying the stuff. Or this lady, I think maybe I showed you this clip last week, but this lady, this is a Sunday. She'll make up about 10 chickens every Sunday. She'll sell them all. She knows how many chickens to make, how many chickens to sell. And when they're gone, they're gone. You want to see, that's what you want to see. Now these people, this is more street food. They do this every Sunday, and they make enough. They know how much they can sell. They'll make enough so that they can sell it all. And when it's gone, it's gone. That's what you want to see. Now this place right here, look at this place. I walk by this place almost every day. And there are always people eating there. Every day I walk by this place, and they only have 4 or 5 people, but every time I walk by there are people eating here. That's what you want to see before you eat street food. You want a line of people. Now I'm gonna, this next video clip, I shot this yesterday, and I'm going to put this video up Thursday. But you're going to see this video, and it's going to show 2 restaurants. One restaurant, they're cooking the food. There are a couple of people at tables eating. And then as the video goes on, you're going to see a big table that would seat about 20 people, and there's nobody there to eat the food. When you see that, that means you don't want to eat there. So let's play the tip. Let's play the clip. Here we go. Here's place number 1. They're making fresh tortillas. They have food in nice, clean pots. Sure, you have a couple of people eating the food, buying the food, but looky over here. Look at this. Look at this table. Nobody's there. They got all that food and nobody's there. What does that mean? I'm going to say it ain't a good thing. Okay, now I'm going to show you another place. I walk by this place 4 or 5 times a week. The place I'm going to show you now, I walk by there 4 or 5 times a week, and this is what it looks like every time. Here it is right here. It's kind of dark inside, so it's hard, but those are a bunch of tables in there, and every time I walk by that place, I'll turn it off, play it again. Every time I walk by that place, it is totally empty. Okay, so you go in there and you order some stuff to eat. Let's say it's beef, chicken, eggs. Well, if nobody ever eats there, where did they get the stuff they cook for you? Is it frozen? Has it been in the refrigerator for like forever? My word to you is, when you eat in Mexico, is anybody there? Is there a line of people waiting for the food? If the place is empty, where are they getting the food they're going to cook for you? If has anybody been there in 3 or 4 days? That means they got 3 or 4 day-old chicken and pork and all that, fish, week-old fish. I'm just saying. I got more clips coming up soon. Let's get the comments here. Okay, now here we go. Yeah. Ha, ha, ha. Cerveza Grande coming up. You go, girl. Uh-oh. I think somebody else. Let me check my email over here. I think that maybe Somebody else just donated to the channel. I have a different setup today due to technical difficulties. Here we go. Somebody just donated to, I think this is Char Williams. Thank you, Ms. Char Williams, as usual, for contributing to the channel, girl. $21. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And you will be here next week. You, me, and Tooth Fairy going to have to get together and do something. Thank you so much. And Renee, thank you. Beer for Mamo, beer for Mamo. Right on, girl. You got the right idea. Thank you so much for contributing to the channel. Also, let me say this again. If you have subscribed to the channel, check your subscription button to see if it is still on. Click the subscribe button again, because I tell you what, I'll get steady subscriptions and then all of a sudden I lose 50 subscriptions. It's like, what? And I heard there are, like, from the Midas Touch, it says, hey, YouTube comes through and they just remove subscriptions. There's this other guy, this young guy, he has 1 million subscribers. He does Midas Touch like information. I was watching one of his videos yesterday and he says, oh, make sure you click that subscribe button, even if you already did, because YouTube removes subscriptions. But on YouTube, there are people that buy subscriptions on YouTube. Like, you can go to these people, you can buy views and subscriptions. And if I was buying subscriptions, I'd have way more than 14,000. If I'm going to buy some subscriptions, I'm going to buy like 50,000. You know, it doesn't, I don't see how that's going to help your channel. They're all fake. But anyway, so YouTube goes through and they delete subscriptions. I don't know why. So if you think you're subscribed and the subscribe button isn't turned on, turn it on. That's all I have to say. Now we have Steven. Have you heard of the small city suburb of Monterrey? Yes, I have, called Garcia. They claim to be the wealthiest city in all Latin America. Let me take a screenshot of that. Okay, I just took a screenshot and I will look into that. There's a couple of cities. I'm kind of hesitant to go to. I have been to. Oh my God. Come on, man. San Miguel Allende. I've been to San Miguel Allende, but not as a YouTuber. I'm a little hesitant to return there and make a video about it. I've heard great things about it. Expats love San Miguel Allende. When I was there, I had a wonderful time. So I guess I will go back again. I'm a little hesitant to go there, and I'm hesitant to go to larger cities like Monterrey. So, that's just where I am. Tummy issues. Did they taste funny? No, it was great. I mean, the grease boiled pork is very good. Bacon is very good. Spare ribs, love some spare ribs. But all of those dishes do not like Bill, so I leave them alone. Same here, Bill. I can't stomach pork, beef, or any kind of scavengers. Okay. Oh man, Bill. Oh, that was me in Indonesia. Toilet time for days. Yeah, and that's when I got sick in Puerto Vallarta. Okay, I'm going to tell you what made me sick in Puerto Vallarta. I'm going to tell you. Only because La Dolce Vita brought up Indonesia. There's a place in Puerto Vallarta, in Mazatlan, even here in Morelia. They have a lot of those Chinese food places, and you can see all this food at the counter. They got all that all the Chinese food right there. Egg rolls. They got the egg rolls there, and they got all this food. And I was in Puerto Vallarta, and I'd walked by this place like a million times. And I like Chinese food. I love Chinese food, Thai food, Vietnamese food. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So I'd walk by this place a million times, and there was nobody in there, but they always had all this food out front. See, and that's what I'm saying. Nobody was ever in there. So I said, well, let me go in here and get me a couple of egg rolls and a couple of this and that. And I ate that food, and that's when everything went wrong. And I can walk to a place like that here in like 10, 15 minutes, but ain't ever anybody in there. Beware. Girlfriends, thank you. Oh, you're so... Lisa, thank you and your girlfriend so much. Thank you for contributing to the channel, being positive, and being here. Why are some people wearing masks? Very good question. I don't know. I want to ask them myself. Why are you wearing masks? Everywhere I go, you got somebody with a mask on. And some people wear masks because they have the flu. They have the flu, they have a cold or something, and they're just trying to protect other people. Not next week, next month, I will certainly let you know. Okay. Don Cole in the house. Ola, watching you from Merida. I got to visit Merida also. I need a guide. Hi, Bill. ¿Cómo estás? Always a pleasure seeing and hearing you. Oh, thank you so much. Happy to see you here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hey, Bill, how many gringos have you seen lately? David. Now, David sent me a gringo alert earlier this week. He said, Bill, I've been to Costco twice this week, and I'm seeing gringos in Costco, okay? He says, it's getting more and more. He says, you got to stop making videos, Bill. More and more gringos are coming down. But David, I've been out and about. I don't need to go down to La Comera, which is Tooth Fairy knows where it is, big giant grocery store. I never see gringos in there. So to be real about it, I haven't seen gringos. And then I've been on the road. I was on the road earlier this week. I never see gringos when I'm on the road. So yeah, I'm on a gringo drought right now. The subscription is on. We are good. Thank you so much. So let's get to some video clips. Now this, and I got a hot trip coming up. I'll be on the road this upcoming week. I'm going to leave Monday, go to 2 cities. I'm getting my system down, I think, finally. Okay, here we go. Let's get on the road here. So I'm going to this place called Acambro. Acambro population is about 100,000 people, which was very surprising to me. And here's my bus. Here's my bus right here. I think it's called the Pegasus bus line. You'll see it on the front there. The name, there you go. Pegaso. Now, okay, let me talk about that bus line. They show you a movie, but they have these movie screens that come down from the ceiling, and the sound comes to the whole bus, and it's very annoying. It's not like other bus lines where you have the little TVs on the seat in front of you. These buses have no electric, no charging for your telephone, which is okay. I can charge my own phone. I have a device for that. But and the buses were kind of dirty, not real dirty. Oh, and you have to put your own luggage on the bus. So the bus has a hatch on the side. You got to open the hatch yourself. But it got me to my location. So the bus starts. Where's this? So we're headed to Acambaro. We get out of town just a little bit out of Morelia, and then this happens. There you go. He gets on the bus. And he gets on the bus with his ukulele and he sings for about 20 minutes. And he wants you to give him money. I'd give him like I'd give him like 1,000 pesos just to shut up. So he's on the bus for 20 minutes. Bus driver picks him up, lets him off. And the trip to Acambaro from Morelia was, you've seen many of the drives that I've taken on the bus. And it's always interesting. What are you going to see? You'll see a lot of semi trucks. A lot of shops on the side of the road. We went through many small towns. It's always interesting to see the little restaurants that you're going to see. The businesses. There's another one. Same bus as ours. They're kind of clean, not real dirty, but just looking at it's interesting just to see the little small streets and the restaurants, what the houses look like. It's always like, look at this. It looks like it was kind of, some of these homes kind of just built. And all the time, I say it almost every week. You're looking around, you're saying, what is that? Or WT, what the F is that? Yeah. But of course, on the bus, there's always at some point some beautiful scenery where you're seeing cows and horses and goats and lakes. There it goes. There's some cows over there. Mountains. This is way more exciting than driving through Ohio. I've got one through dry. I've got one more. This is my last driving video. That's always interesting and refreshing, and looking at the agriculture. And it's always wonderful to see the cows out running around in an open field. So we get to Acambaro, the city. Autobuses Acambaro, Central de Autobuses. That's when you go on the road, there's a Farmacia Guadalajara. I haven't talked about Farmacia Guadalajara. That's one of the biggest pharmacies all throughout Mexico. Domino's Pizza across the street. And when I take these trips, it's all about Spanish. Here is inside the bus station. This is where you catch the bus. You can see it's not a real busy bus station, clean, but not busy. And at this bus station, this is one of the bus stations where they don't have toilet seats. And there's my luggage right there's my bag and my backpack. Okay, so on this trip for Acambaro, I got on the internet and I found a hotel 2 blocks from everything. And here's my room. I got to show you my room. Look at this. There's my luggage right there. That looks like the sink. It's not the sink. That's a fan. I look at the coffee pot. That's the first coffee pot I've seen in a hotel in Mexico. Like it seems like forever. Here you go. Here is there you go. And hangers. They had wooden hangers in there. Here's the real bathroom. Yeah. Okay, so this hotel room was $47 a night, right in El Centro. 2 sinks, 4 rolls of toilet paper, a beautiful shower with hot water. And here is the view from my hotel room. I'm a block away from the main plaza. Yeah. All I have to do is walk down the steps, and in that direction, all of a sudden, I'm at the main plaza right down there. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's how I live. 47. I'll pay for, or I'll take your subscriptions. I'll take your donations, and I'll pay $47 for one night here. Sure. Yeah, I'm looking out. This is my balcony. Sure, I can do this. Citibank, you got a money machine right across the street. I can work with that. Sure, I can. So let's walk out of the hotel. Now all this artwork, a little coffee shop right outside of my room. Here I am walking. They have all kinds of different rooms here. So when you check in, they show you what rooms they have available. They have rooms with desks, rooms with king size bed. It's called Casa Ibarra. You're going to see it in a minute. Yeah, I like to at least feel good. This is right out of my room. You walk in here, they got a ping pong table, place to buy coffee. Yeah, for $47 a night. Very safe, very secure, and right next to everything. And here is the manager. You're going to see the manager here. Hola, Casa Ibarra. Hola, waving. And I checked in around 10:30 in the morning. Sometimes they let you do that. They'll say you can't do it until 3, but if you ask, you can get in at 10:30, 11 o'clock, because I got all my luggage. I don't want to carry. I don't want to be shooting video and carrying luggage all around the place. So here we go. This is El Centro of Acambro. This is right outside of my hotel. Check it out. I'd say you could, and population is 100,000 people. I got a little story to tell here in a second. So I walk out of my hotel room, and I'm not even outside of the door, and there's this black lady right in front of me. Black lady. And she looks at me and she says, "Do you speak English?" I said, "Well, yeah, I do." And we started talking, and she has lived in Acambro for 10 years. Okay, I'm going to get right to it. She's a Jehovah Witness. She didn't try to convert me or anything, but she told me about the city. And Acambro is big for those volcanic heating water ponds you can visit. She says they're all around outside the city. She says you got to go to them. Also, Acambro is big for making these little bread forms. They're famous for that. You'll see some video clips where they have statues of people carrying bread around the city. But she's lived in this city for 10 years. She loves it. I would say you could go to this city and surely spend 3 nights for sure. A Combro. Very nice. The people were very friendly. I wonder how many expats there are there. But here we go. Let's walk around the city a little bit. Here we go. Maybe. Yeah, there you go. This is like a half a block away from my hotel room. Look at the big plaza streets. Look at the little benches to sit on. I think I just showed you that clip. So let's move on to the next one. There you go. They have plazas out of the butt, I'm going to say. You walk a couple of blocks, there's a plaza. You walk another couple of blocks, there's another plaza. Look at this. Restaurants, places to eat. There you go. There you go. I love this atmosphere. Now, this is at about 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning. It's before lunch. It's way before dinner time. But even at this time, there are people out there eating breakfast on the plaza. I love an environment like that. And for you people that work online, you have a steady income, you're on a pension. I mean, this city has, if you like peace, cheap rent, cheap properties, I could live if I didn't travel so much. I couldn't live in this environment because I travel so much. It would in Morelia, it's convenient for me to travel to so many places. In Acambaro, I would probably have to take a bus to another major city like Leon, Guanajuato, Morelia, and then go to another city. But if you're working online, if you have a pension, Social Security, and you just maybe you're for what you do is you read books, you do artwork, you watch cable TV, you talk to your family on the telephone, and you watch YouTube videos all day. And also note that as you watch these videos, everything is flat. These people, I took a picture of that sign. Let me turn this off again. Let me turn that back on. They sell hamburguesas, which is hamburger, and hot dogs in here. Sure. But notice all the streets, there is no cobblestone, which can be very dangerous, and everything is flat. So if you're a bicycle rider, you can ride your bike all over town. That's like Columbus, Ohio. You can ride your bike all over town. No cobblestone, no going up, no coming down. It's all flat, no bumps. Yeah. Let me write this down over here. And I think someone else just contributed to the channel. So let me see what is going on here. Justin, my man in Canada, if I'm not mistaken, just click the donation button down in the description and donated $20 to the channel. Thank you so much, Justin. But I could live in this city in a heartbeat. Okay, I wrote that down. Let me come over here and go back to comments for a second. Okay. Stephen KC, sickest I have ever gotten was eating fried clams under infrared warning. Small place, yeah, you got to watch the clams. Alas, Same said one is Opal. Okay. Alias, Opal. Okay, you're Opal. My plan is to do a travel healthcare assignment this summer, 13 weeks, and then move to where you are in the fall. Well, let me know when you get here. And I'm still loving Morelia. I'm not going anywhere. I love my apartment. And you can see I'm going to span my camera here. There's my little kitchen. Back there's my bedroom. I got 2 bathrooms. There's my door to get in and out. I'm in the front with a nice view of the city. Oh, and let me show you this. That window back there is it's a park. It's what you see through that window, and the way back is the bottom of a hill in a park. And so cold air comes down that mountain into that window all day, every day, and it pushes cool, fresh air into the apartment and out the front window all day, every day. Hey man, so I'm going to stay here. I'm not going anywhere. I love Morelia. Man, those guys get me just about every time I go to Mercado, San Juan. Okay, 20 pesos every time. Okay, what are you talking about, Dave? I don't know what you mean. For what? 20 pesos for what? Good morning. Hola. Happy to have you here. We're happy to see you here. If this is your first time, ask any questions and click that subscribe button. All right, let's get back to, I got a bunch of, I have too many video clips here. Also, while I'm here, I'm going to say one of the worst things about Mexico restaurants is everything happens very slow. If you go into a Mexican restaurant, God bless Mexico. God bless Mexico. But you go into there's no such thing as fast food. Never say never. But so anything that you want to eat, it's going to take you like an hour to hour and 45 minutes to get. And I go to restaurants not just to sit around in the restaurant. Usually by the time I get to a restaurant, I'm hungry and I want something to eat like now. Okay. So whenever I see a hamburger or a hot dog, I'm good to go. Because I can get a hamburger even at a slow Mexican restaurant in like 5-10 minutes. Another thing about Mexico restaurants is it's not really the menu, because it's who is the cook at the time. You can get bacon and eggs, and if the cook changes the next day, it'll be a totally different dish. I've had sandwiches in restaurants, and if you order it at 10 in the morning, you'll get a different sandwich, the same thing on the menu at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's not just the menu, it's who is in the kitchen at the time. Enough said. Well, what more of the joys of living in Mexico? Doc, thanks, Doc, for contributing to the channel. GM Bill, it's clouding in Atlanta today. I'm getting ready to return in June to Mexico to complete my visa with Albaro, then to San Miguel Allende to visit. Yeah, San Miguel Allende. And then that's the thing. Well, I'm sure you will have a great time. I need, I don't know. I'd like to go to San Miguel Allende. I've only been there one time. I had a fabulous time. Thanks for having me. I put the wrong start time in my calendar, adjusted it for next time. Great to have you here. I'll just say I've always been a loner. I do great with people. And, when I was in high school, I was like most likely to succeed, president of the band, president of student council, president of the student body. I've always been a people person. I know how to please people. I know how to be popular and all of that. But I totally appreciate myself. And I have different views and about ways of life and all that kind. I have different views about, I have different views. So for me, if I go to a place, here comes the tamales guy. Tamales. Okay. So I'm happy to just be at the crib with my computers creating. When I get done, when we finish the broadcast today, I'm going to go to the little tienda, grab some stuff. And then I got to script a couple of videos that I will shoot tomorrow so I can put them up tomorrow before I get on the road, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. So, and then after I script these videos today, then I might watch some YouTube, see what Donald Trump is doing, watch some Midas Touch. Yesterday, I watched a video about the history of the Mayans and how they disappeared in time. I'm cool with that. So I could live in a place like a Combro if I didn't travel. And okay, so maybe I go live. I live in a Combro. The broadcast is over. And after that's over, then I walk through if I was in a Combro, I could take my laptop down to the square with my telephone, use my telephone as a hotspot for internet. I could be sitting on the square, meeting people, eating tacos, maybe enchiladas, maybe a cheeseburger, maybe a hot dog, maybe even drinking a beer. Yeah, a Combro, I could live. So for me, I'm very independent. I'm not dating or anything. So, but everybody, everybody's different. But a Combro, the more I make these videos, I'm getting surprised all over Mexico at how many fabulous places are, cities, towns, that are just so beautiful. But let me get back to comments here in a second. Hold on here. Okay. Okay. Hold on. I'm finding. Oh, here we go. Elizabeth Anderson. I just came back from Morelia. I had a ball. The fireworks at the cathedral were great. The bus terminal was clean and organized. I was watching Easter Sun Mass with the Pope. Just perfect. Yeah, Elizabeth. I love Morelia. I love it. San Juan is the market, Bill. Thank you so much, Tooth Fairy. Ola girl, how are you doing this morning? Has anyone traveled on a bus with their dog? I want to do that, and I'm reading that you can and you can't. I've never traveled with a dog in Mexico. And I've never seen a dog on the bus. Good luck with that. Salvador, hi, Bill. So besides Day of the Dead, when is the most interesting time to visit Morelia? Anytime is an interesting time to visit Morelia. Screw Day of the Dead. Every day. And I mean, what? You go down to El Centro, you go up on the mountain up there, you come to my neighborhood, walk around, every day. What's the most interesting time to visit Morelia? The most interesting time to visit Morelia is when you're breathing. If you can breathe, that's a good time to visit Morelia. Okay. Thank you, David. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, here's 20 pesos. Just get the F out of my face, please. Oh, okay. When people come up to me and they start playing music to me in the street, I ask them, you know any James Brown? Can you play some James Brown? Yeah, that's what I say. I love Midas News. Me too. Listen, I've been to a Cambro 3 times and I've never seen any expats there. There you go. I saw that one lady, the Jehovah Witness lady. That was the only lady I saw. Brian Miller, I personally don't like animals traveling with me on any bus or close place to where others share space. Someone may be allergic to animal hair. There you go. Okay. Everybody's got their things going. Ben from Midas Touch is so funny at times talking about Mr. T. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Ben on the Midas Touch is hilarious. You can, but it's respectful to travel with your animal with others who may feel the same way. Okay. Wow, I watched the video about the Mayans disappearing a few days ago on YouTube channel History Show. Yes. History. Yeah, that's what I watched it last night. I make videos, travel, but I try to be aware of what my final thoughts are before I go to sleep. So I watch a YouTube video, something about spirituality, something positive about history, maybe fall asleep watching that. That's what I do. Okay, now here we go. Let me take I think we got a water truck outside. Now, hold on a second. Tooth Fairy, Bill, you're moo kind of man. Moo, does that mean like I'm like a cow? Like a cow? Moo. You're a moo kind of man. Like cow? Okay. Bummer, I don't want to drive. Anyone want a dog? Oh, just kidding. Oh, don't want to drive. Okay, now, if the pet is a carrier, I'm okay with that, but I don't want. Yeah, it's almost like babies, Who wants to take a long bus ride next to an infant? Yeah. Elizabeth, hey there, Bill. I also just got back from Puebla. It's a beautiful city. I'm a 63-year-old lively senior and felt very safe. All the tiles on the walls remind me of Portugal and Spain. I have not been to Puebla, but I've got to go. I'm just wondering how many days I should stay. Okay, so let's check out some more videos here. We're going to walk around the plaza a bit more. Notice how flat it is. Statues. And I think this town was founded in 1526. Right about that. Yeah. Here you go. Yeah, I can live like this. Clean, friendly people. Again, this is a Comboro. A Comboro, it's about a 2 hour and 15-minute. I bet you could make this drive from Morelia in about an hour and a half or shorter. Okay. And now I'm on the street, and this is right below my hotel room. One of those little windows up there is my hotel room. The hotel room had 2 doors like that. I think the owners were gay. The only thing about staying at this hotel, it's called Casa Ibarra. Casa Ibarra. The only thing about staying there is they had all these really cool little knickknacks all around the apartment. Coffee pot, magazines, Architectural Digest magazines in English about San Francisco. I think the owner, he spoke fluent English. So, so they made me give them a 1,000 peso deposit. No hotel. I mean, I've been doing this 4.5 years. No one has ever asked for a deposit. So I gave them a deposit of 1,000 pesos. That was a little weird. But other than that, it was very cool. Okay, now let's come down here. No, that's not it. Here we go. So now we're going to walk to a different plaza, and they have 2 big cathedrals. Again, the population in this, I will put up this video on Tuesday of this week. They have 2 giant cathedrals. And here's more street food. Here we go. Yeah, there more street food, people sitting there eating food. And this is a different plaza. There was a plaza right next to the hotel. There's another bank, Scotia Bank. And notice the red tile that was very shiny. And it looked like you could almost eat off of the rest. Get your shoes shined on this plaza. Yeah, I can live here. And the people were beautiful. I hate to say that the women were beautiful, because I'm straight. So I guess the men were beautiful too. And in most of Mexico, most cities in Mexico, small towns, big cities, there are more women than men. More women than men all over Mexico. Though I'm not looking for no woman, though I'm not looking for a woman, for you men out there that are looking for women, that's a plus for you. And look at how flat this is. Flat, clean. You want to ride around here all day on a bicycle? No problema. No. That means no plan. That means no problem. Let me write down that number right there so I know what video clip to play next. The trip was extremely affordable. Oh, here we go. Okay. Steve and Casey, when you travel and go to so many tiny family restaurants, do you get offered a glass of water always and actually do drink it? I would say never say always anywhere in the world when it comes to restaurants. You never know. You go into one restaurant, you never know what's going to happen. Okay. Did you travel alone in Puebla or were you with others? Final destination. Adios. Axel Foley is headed to the movie theater. Good for you. A deposit. They must have thought you were a party animal. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, but I had to pay a $1,000 deposit. That was disturbing. Yes, I did travel alone by bus. Futura. It was easy. No one hassled me at all. Sundays, they close Madero Avenue and everyone comes out to exercise. Yes. Okay. Another rule that I have, another rule that I have in my life in Mexico is I never do anything social on Saturdays or Sundays. Never. Like some guy contacted me this morning, and he's somebody. So this expat group is doing this thing today. And no, he said, "Are you going?" No. First of all, I go live on Saturday mornings. Are you going? No, I'm not going. On Saturday or Sunday, that's when Mexicans are off work. That's when the whole city is filled with people that are free. I don't go to I don't go to big grocery stores on Saturday or Sunday. I've been working for myself on and off for about 40 years. What I've learned is when you work for yourself, you go to the grocery store on Tuesday at 10:30 in the morning. You don't go to the grocery store at 5:30 in the afternoon on Friday or Saturday at 2 o'clock. Why would you do that when everybody's there? So for me, I only go to places when I know nobody is there. Okay, now here we go. Elizabeth, where the heck are those cute Mexican women? How come they aren't beating down your door? You have so much to offer, Bill. You go ahead, girl. You go ahead. Yeah. I leave the girls alone. I leave the girls alone. I don't want no trouble. Hey. Oh, okay. I'm going to tell you the truth now. Well, I've been married 3 times, and each marriage has cost me about $60,000 each. So now when I see a beautiful woman, I think to myself, $60,000. And then I just walk away. I say $60,000. And then I just walk away. Just like that. Honestly, that is my only concern about Mexico. I'm not particularly looking for anyone, but I'm wondering if the ratio of men to women would make it difficult for an extranjera to meet someone. Let me say this. Okay. No. Hey. I mean, you can meet someone anywhere in the world, but you have to get out there and get in groups. If you make yourself available, you can meet that special person. That's all I'd say. Did you question why you were required to make a deposit? No, I didn't care. I just gave him 1,000 pesos. The buses are so modern and ample seating. I took Futura and Primera Plus. I've even watched the movie Napoleon on the bus. Did you watch that in Spanish? I was so cozy, and the view from the bus was excellent for the lakes of Michoacan. The buses, um, the buses down here, it's like being on vacation. The buses here are like being on vacation. They are fabulous. Okay, now, and let me turn on my donate button. Feel free to donate to the channel. This is how I keep the channel going. This is how I can take these trips and keep you informed about the joys of living in Mexico. Grace McGrath. Hola, Grace. Good to see you here. That's so considerate of you. Okay. In a horrific act of violence attributed to cartels, 9 dismembered bodies were discovered in San Jose, Mexico in March 2025, along with a bag containing their several heads. Your thoughts? Hey, crap happens, but I'm going to tell you what, it happens all over the world. It's happening now. What the Russians are bombing, who is it? Zelensky, the Ukraine, they're murdering children. They've kidnapped 30,000 Ukrainian little kids, raping the women. That's happening like right now. What? Trump kidnaps 300 Venezuelans, just comes and gets them in the middle of the night, take them to El Salvador. What's going on? I'm not. You can meet people so easily. I think I got adopted at times by warm Mexican people in Morelia. In Morelia, I had a ball just sitting at the portales, striking up conversations with couples, a guy by myself. Yeah. It's so easy to meet people. Also, I've heard wonderful stories from people that have stayed in Airbnbs. And the Airbnbs, of course, are owned by Mexican families, and many of the Airbnbs, the owners own multiple properties, and I'm trying to think. I can't remember who this person was, but they stayed at an Airbnb. They went on to rent from the family that owned the Airbnb, and the family I think the main owner lives like in a far away from the city. But his family lived in the city, and they would bring this person, the renter person, food regularly, invite them to their family functions. I mean, Mexico can be fabulous. Now, oh, here we go. My first divorce was pretty cheap, but my second divorce, that's funny, David, but my second divorce made up for it. That is hilarious. So we're in the same boat. Now, okay, so here we go. Let's go back. I still have video clips. Let's go right on down the road here. We're going to walk around the plaza just a bit more. Also, I totally appreciate a little boy running in the park. I totally enjoy seeing younger people, college people. In the afternoon, there were these like high school couples in this plaza making out. You know, there were 3 different high school couples. I could tell they were in high school because they had on the high school uniforms. The girls had on the skirts. little and high stockings, and the boys had on the white shirts with the blue pants. And they're in the park, sitting on the park, making out as young people should be doing. The bushes cut up to look like people, and the gazebo in the plaza. You gotta like that. I could, if I was on. I mean, I can just sit at the plaza forever. And we're going to go into this iglesia shortly. Yep. Yep. Let's see. There you go. And they had two big giant cathedrals within walking distance of the plaza. Okay, now Elizabeth. I did stay at an Airbnb in Morelia. It was haunted. It was a nice ghost that pulled up the sheet on me. That woke me up. True story. Yeah, that'll. Yeah, okay. You got to tell me the name of that place. I don't know. I love all the licuado drinks of carrot juice, mango, strawberry with milk. I feel like one right now. That is also something. I'm going to say I haven't been to the United States in a long time, but the people in Mexico love healthy, fruity, vegetable-y blender drinks. You'll find that stuff all over Mexico. Really, everywhere. Blended carrot drinks, blended banana, guava drinks, everywhere in Mexico. Many Mexicans exercise and eat very healthy. That's all over Mexico. At all the places you have visited, have all these parks. That is one of the things I love about Mexico. Yeah. And Brian, the more I travel, I tell you what, Brian, I think, I just made 2 videos before the video that I'm showing you today. I just made 2 videos, and I thought both of those cities were really nice cities. And sometimes I think, well, how long can I do this? When am I going to run out of cities in Mexico to go visit and show people stuff? But I don't think I can ever run out. There are so many cities that I've never heard of. So many cities I've never heard of. I'm going to a place Monday. I found it by accident. Ends up it's a Pueblo Magico. That means it's a magical city. I don't think I can ever run out of cities. Mexico is so vast in its beauty and its history. I can't run out. And there are plazas and cathedrals all the time. Tooth Fairy got something to say. No trouble meeting beautiful, intelligent, classy men. They love me here. You're funny, Tooth Fairy. Right on. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, if you're a classy woman, you can't help but meet some classy men. Okay, now. Okay, here we go. Okay. And let's go inside the church. This cathedral was very unique because they had these who's that? These very large murals. These are some of the largest murals I've seen in many of my church visits. There you go. And we've got the new Pope Leo. Pope Leo. But here you go. With the friars. I'm learning more. And I love these oil paintings with the cherubs flying through the air. The friars. I thought that these, well, some of them are priests too. That kind of looks like they're getting ready to do a sacrifice there. Not over there. The friars, the Franciscans, the Augustinians. Yeah, here we go. Is that a sacrifice going on? What are they doing to that guy? I don't know. But whenever I see these cathedrals, I have to go in and see the artwork. You never know what you're going to see. Sometimes they have fantastic statues and artwork, and sometimes it looks like all the statues came from Walmart. You never know. You never know. And the organ. There you go. Let's zoom in on the organ. Of course, this is like 12:30 in the afternoon, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Nobody's playing the organ, but I bet it sounds fabulous. Yeah. Here we go. And I bet, I'll look it up this afternoon, but I bet you could get a really nice, for sure, 1-bedroom, fully furnished apartment. There's an OXXO. There's an OXXO right over there. A 1-bedroom, fully furnished apartment for $400 a month, maybe $350. And I bet you could get a really nice apartment, fully furnished for sure, for $600 a month. Yeah. People cleaning the streets, lots of shops, clothing, food, friendly people. Population, again, is 100,000 people here. The elevation of Acambro is about 5,000 feet. So it's going to have it's going to have the climate of a Morelia, the climate of a Ajijic, the climate of a Chapala. Yeah, like that. Let's go over here and see what's going on. Okay, now, here we go. Hotel Gertrude was the haunted place, but it was a boutique hotel. Very nice service, close to everything. Hotel Gertrude. Let me make a screenshot of that. What is the name of this town again? Is it pretty close to Lake Chapala? Oh, okay. Hold on a second. Let me show you the map. Steve, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Let's turn off your comment. And there is the map. Acambro, and you can see Morelia down there at the bottom of the map, Acambro. And you have to remember that Morelia is about 3.5 hours east of Guadalajara. So it's directly north of Morelia. And let's get back to these comments here. Okay. No, it's not close to Chapala. It's probably about 4 hours from Chapala. Mexican people are so friendly and inviting in Morelia. I was just walking by a brewery. I really don't drink beer. It was good. I joked with them by saying you can sell ice to Eskimos. They laughed. There you go. You really get around. Yeah, I get around, man. Yeah, and it's fun. Mexico is so, it's just wonderful. Okay, now I still have a fair amount of clips to share with you. There you go. Bus transportation, taxi transportation, many people with motorcycles getting around, lots of those. I'm seeing more and more of those. That makes so much sense. Though I would never ride one because when a motorcycle hits a car, the car is going to win. But just another fabulous, wonderful, and now we're coming up on a different plaza. And this plaza is just like, this is the grand plaza of plazas coming up. And this is about 4 or 5 blocks from my hotel in El Centro. And again, this city is pretty big. It's not as big as Guadalajara, but it's probably about 100 times bigger than Ajijic. So if you get outside of El Centro, I bet you can find better deals for apartments. Maybe you get a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, fully furnished for $400 a month. But if I lived here, I would want to live a few blocks from El Centro. I would pay $500 a month to live a few blocks away from El Centro. Sure. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. And here is Miguel Hidalgo. There you go. Hidalgo. Miguel Hidalgo. Liberator, the hero of Mexico. Yes. Yep. All this history all around Mexico. And you can just come down and experience this and live down here. I love living in Mexico. Look, and I just love these plaza streets that extend into other streets with no cars. So when you're in El Centro, you can just walk from shop to shop, restaurant to restaurant, and never see any cars. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. There you go. You gotta like that. Yeah. I'm still traveling, be on the road. I'll be in 2 fabulous cities this week, and I'll be back next Saturday. I'm not jumping off the broadcast right now, but look at how clean these streets are. I knew so many people when I lived in Ajijic. that were bicyclers, but you couldn't really use your bicycle because of all of the cobblestone streets. Here, you could ride around all over town all day, nice and smooth, nice and clean. Yeah. Yeah. Smooth, clean, safe. Looky there. 1526. 1526. So that was my trip. I loved it. I had a very good time, very safe. And that's about, in fact, you could make a day trip because you could, you could do this, but you could leave Morelia at 7 o'clock in the morning, get to Acambaro, around 9:20. Just walk around town, and just walk around for like 6 hours. Get on the bus at 3, be back at 5:30. But if you go there, I strongly suggest that. I strongly suggest you spend 2 nights. Get there early in the day, book a hotel in El Centro. Book a hotel in El Centro. Spend at least 2 nights. You might want to spend 3 nights. Just walk around, eat food, get a couple of beers, do some research about the hot water places you can go visit, get into the volcanic hot water, enjoy the local events. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Okay, now here we go. Elizabeth. Bill, have you been to the island of Juanitzio and Lake Pátzcuaro? Of course, it's very safe on the island. It's all filled with families and children. I think it only cost 100 pesos round trip, worth it. Yes, in fact, I did a video on it. Yeah, I went there. It was a nice trip. You get in the let me see if my computer will let me pull up a map. This may stress out. Hopefully this doesn't stress out my computer. We'll give it a shot so that we can share with people where this place is. Why? Yeah, there you go. Okay, now let's see if the computer will let me add this to the broadcast. Uh-oh. Here we go. Here we go. So here we go. Here is the island of Juanitzio. I'm going to try to say it. And we'll zoom out. And it is in the lake of Pátzcuaro, right next to the city of Pátzcuaro, right there. So you go to Pátzcuaro, or you can go to Zinzunzan. I did a video on Zinzunzan. You can go to Quiroga. I did a video on Quiroga. But you take a little boat. Here's Pátzcuaro here. You take a boat from the coast here on Pátzcuaro over to Juanitzio. And it's a quaint little visit. They have a lot of restaurants. And I'm going to say this. They sell a lot of junk on the island. And you can live on the island. They have 2,000 or 3,000 people that live on that island. So, and Elizabeth, you are very welcome to that. I'm happy to share it. Daisy Cruz, hi, Bill. What is the name of the town close to Pátzcuaro? What is the name of the town? There are many towns around Pátzcuaro. Many. Just look at the map. Davis, Bill, did you hear about Mexican Prez Scheinbaum is seeking compensation from YouTube celebrity Mr. Beast production company, accusing it of using images of the country's ancient archaeological sites? Okay, I know I hadn't heard that. And thank you so much for becoming a member. That is a way of contributing to the channel. Thank you so much. Brian Maiden, when I was in Ajijic, I had a lot of trouble walking around because of the cobblestone streets. And plus in Ajijic, the sidewalks are only like 6 inches wide. So many times if you see somebody coming towards you, you have to walk in the middle of the street to walk down the sidewalk. I was walking on Madero in Morelia. I got tired, so I sat down next to a middle-aged woman by the Dulce Mercado, the sweet market. We must have talked for 30 minutes. We talked about current events and their new president. Brian, I agree. I decided to stay in Chapala on my next visit. Yeah, I lived in Chapala for 3 years. Very few cobblestones, much less gringos also. Go to Juanitzio, and the city of Pátzcuaro is so worth it. I got a haircut for $3. Now, Pátzcuaro, I could live there in a heartbeat. Fabulous city. It's just another fabulous city. What's the name of that lake nearby to the east of Lake Chapala? It might be Pátzcuaro. It might be you may be talking about Lake Pátzcuaro, which is the only thing that I can think of. Let's go in here and look at the map again. Let's close this out. Let's minimize this, zoom out a bit. Okay, so you said to the east of Chapala. Well, here's Lake Chapala. Good luck with that. Just open a map, look at the map, and look it up. So I only have a few more video clips. Got a few more video clips. Let's get back to my final video clips here. Here we go. So you get the drift. It was very quiet at nighttime. This is right around the block from my hotel. I didn't hear anything at nighttime, though the hotel I was in did have earplugs. And I asked them, why are you giving me earplugs? They said, well, just in case. But I love this. There are so many places you can go to where you don't see this. And here is a famous place you're about to see. You will find these in all of Mexico, Waldo's. And Waldo's is like the dollar store. Everything, I don't know what they use instead of a dollar. Is it like 20 pesos? Everything in Waldo's is like 20 pesos or less. You know, socks, underwear, ribbons, Waldo's. You can find those all over Mexico. I mean, I got 65 video clips of this. 65 video clips of just, you know, side streets and cafes and places to eat and cathedrals. Yeah, you gotta like that. How can you not like that? So that's almost it. Oh, now they did have also near the hotel. I think this was on a Tuesday, and this must be around 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But this, now we're getting closer to the market. They have a huge market. It's like one square block, a market where you can buy fresh vegetables, chicken, pork. There you go. You can buy rotisserie chicken, pork, beef, fish. If you're not into any of that, all these vegetables and fruits. And there was another guy with a mask in there, rotisserie chicken. There you go. This market is called the Market Hidalgo, of like Miguel Hidalgo. Huge. Yeah. So that was my trip. That was the trip from this week. Okay, Brian Maiden, thank you very much, Brian, Pretty Boy Maiden, for joining us again this week. Thank you very much, Brian Maiden, and congratulations on your weight loss and your health. And I hope that you're all getting ready to make your move down here to Mexico. So that's about all I got for y'all today. What's coming up? This week I'll be on the road. Oh, thank you, Brian. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, Brian Maiden. Thank you so much for contributing to the channel. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. And Brian, you have a great weekend. Thanks for sharing. And Brian's been joining us. Brian's been joining us for like about 3.5, 4 years every Saturday. He's in Canada. What do you think about the inflation in your general areas? Is it like the U.S.? No. Pretty much, I'm going to say, I'm no economist. I don't know what Claudia Scheinbaum would say, but I don't think there's been any inflation. If there has been inflation, it has been minimal. I can go get a dozen eggs for $1.50. I can get 3 dozen eggs for about $3. And if you go to the towns, like the towns that I've been sharing with you, you can probably get a dozen eggs for like $1. I think you can go to OXO, which is like 7-Eleven, and if I'm not mistaken, you can get a dozen eggs there for like $1. The expensive cost in Mexico are two main things. There are two things that always have cost a fair amount of money in Mexico, and that would be electricity and gas. And that can be the bottled gas that I use for my stove, propane gas, or gasoline. Those things have always, those gas prices have always been higher relatively than other prices, and electricity prices can be very expensive. But other than that, when it comes to rent, the value of the peso went up a little bit this week, but the value of the dollar has gone way down. So when you compare the peso to the dollar, the peso is getting stronger, the dollar is getting weaker. But with the current value of the peso, my rent as of this morning is $447 a month. When I moved in here, it was about $424 a month. So over a 9-month period, my rent has gone up about 23 cents over the period of 9 months. I can deal with that. And for me, $447 a month, hey, I'm hearing people in California, and that's 1 bedroom, 2 bathrooms, fully furnished. I got a great view of the city. People in California tell me that would cost you like $2,500 a month, $3,000. No, So cost of living down here, inflation is pretty much nil. Pretty much nil. I'm good with it. When I take these bus trips, I got a senior citizen discount card. So to get to Acambaro from here, 2.5-hour bus ride, 2.5-hour bus ride cost me like $2.50. I mean, what? 2.5-hour bus ride, air conditioning. They show a movie, $2.50. Even the torta that I ate that I got sick on, my fault. Yes, it was my fault because I shouldn't have been eating the pork I was eating. I knew that my body was not ready for that. But one torta was $2. $2 for one torta, and one torta is a full meal. I got 2 for $4. I mean, that's like 2 full meals. So yeah, inflation is like minimal down here. And we have Richard Laura in the house. He just moved down here from the United States, just got here this week. Hello, Bill at Parquet. Something just happened. Here we go. We're back. Oh, my one computer just zapped out. I don't know what happened. Here we go. Okay, at the Parque Zoologico, but had to tune in. Today is 1 week in Morelia. Wow. Much to soak up and learn, but it's all good. Well, welcome, Richard, to Morelia. He went to a park with a group of with other people, and this is his first week in Morelia. So any more questions? If you're new here, feel free to hit that subscribe button. We have 62 people in the house. We had about 80 people in the house at one time. 51 people have clicked the like button. Some people have subscribed. I'm going to stick around a bit longer today. If you have any questions about living in Mexico, moving to Mexico, getting your visa, how to get around, where are the hot climates, where is it cool? I like Morelia because it's going to be a high of about 85 today, but the humidity is very low. That's why I moved to Morelia. The first time I came to Morelia was about 3 years ago. It was August 25th. I was shooting a video on Morelia. And August 25th, so I left my hotel room. I had on 2 hoodies. No. I left my hotel room because I was living in Mazatlan. So I put on a T-shirt, walked out of my hotel in Morelia at 7:30 in the morning with a T-shirt, and I had to go back into my hotel and put on 2 hoodies. That was August 25th. And then I went to the plaza in Morelia, like at 2:00 in the afternoon, sun's out, beautiful day. It was about 90 degrees, but there was no humidity, unlike Mazatlan, where you go outside at 2:00 in the afternoon in August and you're going to sweat to death. But that's the way middle Mexico is. Ajijic, Guadalajara, Chapala, Morelia. I'm going to say Guanajuato, Mexico City. These climates in middle Mexico are fabulous if you don't want a lot of heat and humidity. Woo! So anyway, I'm not going to babble. Anymore. That's all I've got. I'll be on the road this week. I'm going to 2 fabulous locations. This video about Acambro I'm going to put up this week. I'll put that up on Tuesday. On Thursday, I'm going to put up a video on Thursday. I'm going to put up a video about what not to eat and where not to eat in Mexico. Is the process of buying a house in Mexico as long and difficult as in the U.S.? I'm going to say, let me think about this. I'm going to say it's about the same. It's about the same, but I'm going to say a big difference is, and I'm no expert. I've never bought property down here. I know people that have purchased property down here. I've kind of been through. I was with friends that have bought properties down here. The thing is, one important thing is there's pretty much no financing down here. All the Mexicans pay cash. All the Mexicans pay cash for their houses. Like 99.99% of people in Mexico pay cash for their houses. So that's out. You don't have to worry about that. You just have to have cash and buy the house. Yes, they do a title search, so to speak. I don't think that takes so long. But no. Now, if you go to buildthegeek.org, go to FAQs. If you're thinking about buying property in the Ajijic, Chapala area, I have a realtor listed there, KT Ibarra. She's from my hometown, Columbus, Ohio. She's lived in the Chapala Ahi area for about 15 years, and she's been selling real estate there for a long time, fluent English. If you go to buildageek.org, go to FAQs, I have all of her contact information right there. Specifically, if you're interested in buying property in the Ahi Chapala or in that area around Lake Chapala. If you're interested in buying property in the Mazatlan area, I have a realtor in Mazatlan that I've known about 6 or 7 years. And her name and all of her contact information is there also. I hope that kind of answers your question. Let's see. Anybody else have any questions before I jump off of this broadcast? I know somebody, and if you're watching the rebroadcast and you want to donate to the channel, there's a donate button in the description below. And if you click the donate button, then you can donate via Visa, MasterCard, American Express, or even Discovery Card. All right. So anyway, now I do have a friend who has a jewelry business. Right now she's in Las Vegas, but I live next door to her in Mazatlan, and she said her jewelry business, and then she lived in Mazatlan. She would sell a lot of jewelry in Mazatlan, but she always ordered her jewelry through Amazon, and that was through the U.S. version of Amazon. But now she said with the tariffs going on and with most of her jewelry items coming from China, she said that the products that she was buying from China had been tripled, and she didn't know if she was going to be in. She didn't know if she was going to be able to stay in business. But anyway, Tooth Fairy. When Tooth Fairy says goodbye, that means it's time for me to check out also. So you guys, I'm getting ready to get out of here. I'm going to go down to the tienda. I'm going to make some, today I'm going to make some chicken pasta with cream sauce. I know how to make it so good. I had some last night. But anyway, I'm Bill the Geek. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. We go live every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time. That's Chicago time, Houston time. And we get together every Saturday and talk about the joys of living in Mexico. Living in Mexico is extremely relaxing. Living in Mexico. Oh, Justin. From you're in Iowa. I thought you were in Canada. Right on, Justin. I just clicked the wrong button. Thank you, Justin. Thank you so much for contributing to the channel, for joining us. Justin, thank you so much. But I tell you, I'd love, I could get off of the broadcast now. But I tell you what, sincerely, I've been here 20 years. I love living in Mexico. I have family. My sister lives in Los Angeles. I have family living around the United States. I have friends throughout I have no desire to visit the United States. All right. So I'm going to get happy travels. And Justin, thank you. Congrats for the 14K. Tanya, thank you so much for joining us. So I'm getting ready to get out of here. I can talk all day. But then I go into a frenzy. I don't even know what's coming out of my mouth. So I guess I should put a limit on it. But thanks everybody for showing up. Mexico's a great place. It's extremely affordable. It's very safe. The climates, you can choose whatever climate. In almost all of Mexico, there's no snow. You can buy a house, rent a house way cheaper than United States. The people are way more friendly. It's just fabulous. And Tooth Fairy just said, it is such a joy to be here. And she's right. I'm happy every day. So, and if you're young, hey, or if you're my age and you work online and your dollar goes way further than it does in the United States, you can eat better, exercise better, live better, and I bet you will live longer. So I'm going to shut up now. I'm out of here. I will be back next Saturday. With more video clips. I will be back here next Saturday with answers to anyone's questions who has them to ask. Again, I'm Bill the Geek, and this is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. We make videos about the joys of living in Mexico. So I'm just going to say adios, hasta luego, and que te vaya bien. Bye. See you next week.